All right, here we go, my friend. This is going to be so much fun for you. You're going to love this. It feels good to be back on acoustic. Now, in just a minute, you're going to see me do the jam track. You're going to see a camera and camera, and I'm doing two different parts. One more of a finger picking style and the other one with the pick. But what I'm doing is I'm taking two ordinary chords, G to E minor. And what I'm doing is I'm playing them using intervals and just highlighting the root and thirds and fifths and open strings. All right, so without further ado, let's start right here with the first chord chart. And I want you to be aware of this is the key of G major, which is the 1 chord, and then E minor is the relative minor, the 6th chord. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it, but you're gonna connect the dots. I'm gonna say that a lot. Okay, so let's start with the interval part first. That's gonna be me on the main screen, all right? And the little lower third is going to be the picking part. All right, if you look at this first chord chart, what you're gonna see is everything is off of that root in red, G, right there on the low E, right? Okay? Now, the third is right there. You see that B on the 4th fret on the G string? That is the major third, G to B. So the major or minor third, I'm always gonna put in blue, okay? So you're gonna see when I'm finger picking that, how that does. This is great great finger picking exercise too. Now, if you look here, on the 3rd fret on the B string, that is D. So that's turquoise, that's the 5th, okay? So you got G to B, the major third, G to D, the 5th, okay? And then I actually love this major 6. Same string on the B, on the 5th fret, G to B, a major 6, and then a 2-octave jump, G to G, okay, right there on the 3rd fret, both on the low and high E. So what you kind of want to do is you'll see me going, see if you can kind of bounce around. Sounds so nice, because you're giving all the space, right? Okay? Now, let's go to the next chord chart, because what you're going to see is I play off of that E minor shape. I go to that, but I'm going to use some open strings to outline the beautiful E minor 7 chord. And what I do there is I basically pick the open strings, okay? And you can either hit the E with the G, that's the minor third, which you'll see here in just a minute, or E to B. So, but what I do is I do this little hammer on the B string, and I hammer on, I do the open E and I do the D to the E. And then right here on the 3rd fret, you've got the minor third. Once again, the colors are very consistent. Download the chord charts from my Dropbox, link in the description, all right? So, okay, so you can get that little trick. That's exactly, kind of picking, hammering on the B string. Third. So if I put the whole thing together, it's gonna be like this. Real slow. Okay? All those beautiful intervals. And you probably see me slide up here to the G on the 8th fret, on the B, and I walk that down. So again, it just sounds so nice, especially if you're playing like by yourself. Now you can do your own types of hammer-ons, pull-offs, little microtonal bends. That, remember, everything is about making music. This is all making music, right? So if you've ever done anything like this, drop me a comment. I love interaction with you guys, all right? Now, let's look at the next part, which I play with the pick. I'm just gonna use my fingers for the sake of it. What I'm doing, and that lower third on the jam track, you're gonna see in just a minute here, is I'm emphasizing that E minor 7 again. Okay, excuse me, the G right here, okay? So G, B, and I'm doing the open strings. I got the root, I've got the major third there in blue, B, and then I've got the D, the 5, and then the G again, the open strings. So I'm just basically kind of arpeggiating those, going. You can kind of pick them in the order you want. And then look at the next chart. I slide up here to the E minor 7, right? And that, what I'm doing is I'm taking this cool shape right here. You see that? E, G, minor third. And right there, what do we have? D, all right? So that is the minor 7 of E minor 7, right there, the D right there. So E, minor third, D. And if you get that open G in there, that's fine too. So, shanking it, okay? Again, just have fun with this. Go into those intervals. See how I'm just kind of outlining the vocals. That second part. All right, so again, this is what you do when you start moving to the next level. You could stay stuck on this for years, which is nothing wrong with that. Those chords, those cowboy chords, those open chords, those are always the foundation to everything. But I want you to push yourself and branch out further, right? So what I want you to do is pay close attention to what I'm doing in the jam track, which is the interval part, okay? And then outlining the E minor 7 chord with open strings and the standard E minor. And then in that lower third of the kind of the in screen part, arpeggiating G, B, D, okay? Just playing the top half of that chord and then the E minor 7. All right, you totally got this, all right? So drop me any comments, questions. I'm gonna send you to what I'm doing. Listen to it, download those chord charts, and just start practicing that and use your ears to make music. And then we'll wrap this up and get you on your way. All right, here you go. All right, so you see what I did there? It's very musical. It sounds amazing, especially you can do that by yourself with an acoustic. I know there's a lot going on in there, all right? So download the chord charts, go back, rewind, see if you can kind of reverse engineer what I did and piecemeal it together, and you can move some of these shapes around and go into different keys or different root notes. But again, this is all about music, making music. Music is a journey. You have to connect the dots, okay? So drop me questions, drop me comments. I love interacting with you guys. Channel's growing fast. Check out the newsletter. That's growing fast. I love writing that. I'm trying to put really good information in there. This whole channel is about community, helping each other grow as musicians. Now a Sweetwater affiliate, so check out those links. It definitely helps the channel. Sometimes I can buy myself a bagel with cream cheese with that money I make, and I will sink it back into the channel to make it better and better for you guys. All right, as I always say, you know, only you can stop you, so you're not going to stop. You're going to keep going, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.